This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Now, when I first started this channel, I named it Sporting Icons because I was going to cover various sport, but predominantly it's now a boxing channel, okay? Because boxing just took over, and that seemed to be something that I just kind of like fell into, I suppose, as far as talking about it. But football and that, I love football, and this was originally what I was going to be doing, but I haven't been doing it, and a lot of you guys asked me to cover the World Cup. I've done it bits with England, of course, and of course the video previous to this one, where who will be the standout player of the World Cup. So go check out that one. It's a very interesting video, so go drop yourself comments on that one. And let's test your footballing knowledge. Let's see how good you are, right? Now, going forward, it's still going to be a boxing channel, but just while the World Cup's on, I'm going to be doing little bits and pieces. And of course, I'm not just going to be covering England as it gets on, because there's no way in hell I was going to be covering every single group game for all the countries in the world. That just wasn't going to happen. So anyway, I'm sat there out in the garden, enjoying the weather. I'm looking through online to see what kind of boxing news is coming through. And of course, I come out with the James DeGale one. Again, that one's already uploaded, and another one coming out real soon. But there's not too much going on in the boxing world. I don't want to be talking about some other things with Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn against that American fake champion who shall not be named, old Voldemort over there, the Ducker. I'm not talking about him. So until he actually does something concrete or something really interesting happens, I'm not covering him. So anyway, I'm going through the news, not much going on in boxing. So I'll just flip over and, you know, to see who's playing who today and all that kind of thing. And then I'll stumble across an article from one Diego Maradona. And for those of you who will go back in time a little bit, some of you guys may well remember Maradona very, very clearly. For me, I was a very, very small child. And my memories of 1986 World Cup, when Maradona scored the infamous hand of God, where he jumped up over Peter Shilton, used his hand to hit the ball into the back of the England net. And then, of course, he went on this amazing dribble run, and he took on virtually every England player and scored a goal at the end of it. Absolutely fantastic player, but of course hated. My memories of this one live was, as I said, a very, very small child, was my dad kicking off at the TV, slamming things down in his broad Geordie accent and whatever else, right? Like, I'm really kicking off. But of course, recently, and like since then, I've seen the entirety of the game, and you know, I can recite pretty much most of that game many times over, plus many other World Cup and England games and all that kind of thing. So Maradona, he was speaking about England knocking out Colombia yesterday to reach the quarterfinals. So of course, England will now take on Sweden in the next round. England were kind of lucky to get through that in some ways, but Colombia were a very, very dirty team. But Maradona, he doesn't talk about that bit. He talks about the England team and the referee. And anyway, let's get straight into Maradona's statement right here, and then we'll have like a little chat about it. Drop your comments below, of course, click that thumbs up, and let's get cracking. So Diego Maradona's statement: I saw a monumental theft. I apologise to all the Colombian people. They must know the players are not to blame. The man who decides who the referee is to blame. A man like Guiger should not be put in charge of a game of that magnitude. With all due respect, Pierluigi Collina, as the man who designates the referee, he is very bad. He must apologise to the Colombian people. I told the FIFA president Gianni Infantino that if I worked for FIFA, I would change everything. It has to be transparent. That's why I didn't go there. The referee will know a lot about baseball, but has no idea about football. The Colombian players asked for VAR, and he did not give it to them. Twice the English threw themselves on the ground, and he did not admonish them. This was a theft. The penalty was not a foul. In fact, it was Kane's fault. The referee is looking somewhere else, and when he turns his head, Kane is on the floor. Kane used his arm to hook Sanchez and then threw himself down. I repeat, why didn't the referee ask for VAR? Colombia died standing. That's why I applaud them. That is Diego Maradona's statement. Right, so first of all, whether you agree that was a penalty that England got, which Harry Kane scored to take the lead, of course, or not, England should have had penalties before then. The Colombian players were dirty, and the referee was not booking them. He was not warning them. He didn't do anything with them. It wasn't until the second half where he finally had enough and started booking Colombian players for being dirty players. And that's the fact of it, Maradona. It's as simple as that. And you, of all people, as great as what he was on top of the world for 10 years as the world's best player. Some say the best player ever, with only maybe Pele to rival him. Maybe nowadays, maybe a Messi or Ronaldo could rival him. But he was on top of the world. You know, for Argentina, he's a hero over there, no doubt about it. And of course for Boca Juniors in Argentina, and over in Naples for Napoli in Italy as well. A brief stint with Barcelona and whatever else. Now, amazing, amazing, amazing player. For all you youngsters out there who haven't seen Maradona, I urge you, go check out some of his footballing skills. They are breathtaking. They truly are. But as a person, who are you, Maradona, to accuse anybody of cheating? 1986 in Mexico, Argentina versus England. Argentina beats England to progress to the semi-final of the World Cup after Maradona cheats. Now, he's a very, very small guy, very, very short, quite stocky. The ball just stuck to his feet, and the ball came in. He jumps up and he hits it with his hand over the England goalkeeper, Peter Shilton, and it goes in. The referee didn't spot it. The linesman didn't spot it. But he knew what he'd done, and he should have been sent off. That goal should not have stood. Maradona should have been sent off. Therefore, England would have probably progressed into the next round. He robbed them of that entire tournament. Not only that, he's sticking gear up his nose. He's on all kinds of stuff. Steroids, cocaine, you name it, he's on it. Who is he to criticise anybody? Maradona just wants some limelight. Maradona wants some headlines because it's the World Cup. It's the only time anybody ever hears of Maradona because he's too busy out there in Argentina sticking gear up his nose is what he's doing. So who the hell is he to criticise anybody? I mean, did he not watch the rest of the game? Now, I appreciate Argentina. Okay, that's a South American country, as is Colombia. Okay, so I get where he's coming from, but let's be real. Colombia were cheating the entire game. They had players that should not have been on that pitch. They had players that should have been sent off. But he didn't talk about that. And him having a go at the referee, why could the American... Well, the referee is American, which is why he's making the baseball comment. He knows about baseball, not football. Well, again, that's very disrespectful. Just because football, soccer, if you like, isn't popular in America, doesn't mean that somebody doesn't know. Out of the entire country, somebody doesn't know the rules of football. And that referee does know the rules of football. Maybe the guy who, or the referee who allowed your goal against England in Mexico in 1986 didn't know football. But that was justified, right, because of the Falklands War, all that kind of garbage. I don't remember the Falklands War. But anyway, who is he? You know, there he is. He's up in the stands, and it looks like downright splashes of cocaine all over the bloody front glass stand. I don't know how the hell he managed to get it on there. But either way, Maradona, you need to sit your ass down. Shut up. Okay? Stop your lying. Stop trying to create conspiracies. Because people will listen to him, go, yeah, England cheat. England didn't cheat. The referee didn't cheat. For a long, long time, I'm looking at the first half thinking, damn referee, are you on the Colombia's payroll here? Because he wasn't booking them. He wasn't doing anything with the Colombians, yet they were roughing up the England squad. All of them. Every time Harry Kane can come close to the ball, he's getting rugby tackled to the ground. England should have beaten Colombia. Before then, yes, they took the foot off the gas. That's their own fault. When Colombia scored in injury time, that was England's fault. Because when they scored, they decided to sit back and defend the lead rather than go for it and try and get another one when Colombia were deflated. They gave Colombia confidence. And Maradona, as I said, I mean, who of all the people in the world to criticise? Maradona, of all people. If you could ever think of a controversial moment in history of football, at the World Cup, you look at that guy. As skillful as what he is, a genius on the ball, no doubt about it. But sticking gear up your nose and cheating by hitting the ball in the back of the net with your hand, you should not have that World Cup. You should have that medal stripped from you. Right? So when it comes to things like that, sit your cocaine addict, fat ass down. Shut up, you have brought nothing but disrepute to your own country of Argentina, not just because of 86, but for other things as well, where you got tested positive for gear. Don't ever, ever, ever talk about cheating. Sit there like a regular fan, shut up, watch the football. Concentrate on your own team, Argentina, who, by the way, are no longer in the competition. That means England have progressed further. Does that mean that England are better than Argentina? Yes, it does. Put that in your crackpipe, Maradona. Shut your damn face. Colombia were not robbed. England were almost robbed. Facts. Drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.